afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and welcome to Brother Reynolds Field in beautiful and historic Newport, Rhode Island for a great afternoon of NCAA women's soccer action. Today, the Salve Regina Seahawks play host to the Bison of Nichols College. Nichols enters today's match with a record of 2-2-1, while Salve Regina has a season mark of 3-4. This is the inaugural conference match for both sides. Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. Salve Regina University, in conjunction with the NCAA and the Commonwealth Coast Conference, puts its highest priority on promoting good sportsmanship. We request your cooperation by supporting the participants and the officials in a positive manner. Verbal abuse such as profanity, racial or sexist comments, or other intimidating actions directed toward officials, student athletes, coaches, or athletic department personnel will not be tolerated and are grounds for removal from the site of competition. Thank you for supporting Salve Regina University athletics. Now let's meet the starting lineups. First for Nichols College. At midfield, a senior from Thompson, Connecticut, number 4, Megan Roy. At midfield, a freshman from Mashpee, Mass, number 6, Caroline Shields. In defense, a sophomore from East Bridgewater, Mass, number 7, Jenna Condon. At midfield, a junior from Smithtown, New York, number 8, Amanda Simcoe. At defense, a freshman from Wimden, New Hampshire, number 9, Alyssa Tarabokia. At defense, a sophomore from Berlin, Connecticut, number 14, Emma Norton. At midfield, a freshman from Charlestown, Rhode Island, number 16, Emily Feisthamel. At midfield, a senior from Toland, Connecticut, number 17, Maddie Clark. At forward, a junior from Berlin, Connecticut, number 21, Naya Simboy. At midfield, a sophomore from Medway, Mass, number 22, Grace Kilman. And in the goal, a freshman from Hamden, Maine, number 18, Addie Hughes. The head coach of the Bison is Caitlin Pickle. She is assisted by Shelby Massey and Aaron Ring. And now for your Salve Regina Seahawks. At forward, a freshman from Norton, Mass, number 5, Megan Moniz. At midfield, a senior from New London, Connecticut, number 7, Emily Smith. At back, a junior from Old Saybrook, Connecticut, number 8, Madeline Kowicki. At back, a senior from Barrington, Rhode Island, number 10, Anna Downs. At midfield, a junior from Wellfleet, Mass, number 14, Olivia Picard. At forward, a junior from North Salem, New York, number 16, Haley DiBiasio. At back, a freshman from East Syracuse, New York, number 17, Jenna Hodgins. At back, a senior from Portland, Connecticut, number 19, Molly Leary. At back, a junior from Toland, Connecticut, number 20, Gabriella Boyden. At midfield, a sophomore from Whitman, Mass., number 21, Zoe Cox. And in the goal, a junior from Plymouth, Mass., number 1, Georgia Drake. The Seahawks are coached by Jane Walsh. She is assisted by Courtney Bouchard, Morgan McBriar, and Brooke Osmanski. The officials for today's game are Salah Eid, Daniel DeBurgo, and Andres Castro. Ladies and gentlemen, will you please rise and direct your attention to the northern end of the field as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
Hello and welcome to Reynolds Field in Newport, Rhode Island on the campus of Salve Regina University as the Seahawks will be taking on the Bison of Nichols College. Eilish O'Neill will be our camera operator in the press box here at Reynolds Field. Welcoming her into the broadcast. My name is Ed Habishar. This is the first Commonwealth Coast Conference game of the year for both teams. Nichols College, the visiting Bison in green with white lettering and numbers. Salve Regina in white home uniforms. Seahawks come into today's game with a 3-4 overall record, and the Bison are 2-2-1. Again, first Commonwealth Coast Conference game of the season for both schools. A noontime start here at Reynolds Field on Saturday, September 18. Haley Dubiosio in the center for the Seahawks. First touch. And a downs near the scorer's table. And now over to Olivia Picard. She switches the side across the field. Grace Kilman had a touch for the Bison. And now Amanda Simcoe, a junior from Smithtown, New York. Chipped out by Gabriella Boyven. And it downs again up to the near side in front of the Seahawk bench for Jenna Hutchins. Out of play on the far side at midfield. Seahawks with a throw-in. Going the other way for the Bison. Kicked out by Molly Leary. And now cleared by Olivia Picard. Another throw in for Nichols College. Emma Norton coming up to make the throw for the Bison. And that'll throw in will go over the end line. Madeline Koecki retrieves it for Georgia Drake in goal for the Seahawks. She's played all 7 games on the season thus far. She touches it quickly over to Molly Leary, who sends it ahead for Anna Downs. Now Emily Smith will back it up to Leary with some pressure. And Grace Kilman forces a throw in the corner. Eilish O'Neill, a team manager for Salve Regina Women's Soccer, operating our camera for today's coaches film and broadcast. Megan Roy with a kick in and a stop by Georgia Drake. Left foot for Roy. At midfield, Drake's punt reaches. That gets through Leary, but backing it up is Koecki. A kick from Drake. Into the corner, now into the box, or at the top of the box. Kick from Maddie Clark arrives on one bounce to Georgia Drake. And the punt reaches Emily Smith. And now Grace Kilman taking it. Salve Regina and Nichols meet for the 29th time. As that header off of Boyven goes over the end line, it'll be a corner kick for the Bison. Taking this corner kick is Emma Norton. Headed by the Bison. That was Naya Samboy. Defensive stop for Molly Leary. Jenna Hutchins up against 2 Bison, and it'll be a Bison throw-in. Anna Downs was hoping that the officials would change their mind, but no go. Another kick from Maddie Clark, the senior from Toland, Connecticut. Stop there. Nichols controlling the play thus far in the early going here. We're in the 8th minute of this contest. Scoreless. Naya Samboy down the far sideline before the ball runs out of play. Seahawks yet to mount an attack. Megan Moniz touches it over to Olivia Picard. And now Haley Dubiosio able to turn and send it in. The deepest action thus far for the Seahawks. Dubiosio gets it to Picard. Now inside. And the flag goes up for offsides just as Zoe Cox gets a shot on Addie Hughes, the freshman goalkeeper from Hampton, Maine for Nichols College. It's an offsides call before that. Larry able to volley that back onto the other side. The throw in for the Bison, headed out of play. Maddie Clark. And now Anna Downs will have a throw in for the Seahawks. She looks ahead over Jenna Hutchinson's head, and Zoe Cox picks it up. Touched out by Amanda Simcoe. Downs will move downfield and take another throw in. Taken out by Carolyn Shields before Anna Downs stops it. Downs to Emily Smith. Smith will back it up to the middle for Madeline Koecki. Koecki switches it over to Boyven, slips but recovers. And now Koecki coming in, trying to look for Megan Moniz, but it goes out. A throw in for the Bison just near midfield. 3 home games on the docket for Salve Regina University today. Underway at noon. This game, and also at noon at Gaudet Field, is Salve Regina Field Hockey. 5-0 Seahawks taking on the University of New England. The Nor'easters come into that contest having played 4 straight top 20 teams in the nation in Division III field hockey. They come in with a 2-3 record overall. Salve Regina 5-0. But it'll be a big matchup in the Commonwealth Coast Conference for Salve Regina field hockey. Zoe Cox to Emily Smith. And now Molly Leary has some space for Anna Downs. She goes in through the middle. She finds Haley Dubiosio, but another offsides flag. Good look by Downs. Then Bison defense pulled Dubiosio into an offsides call. Smith now from the center position Picard unable to reach it before it rolls out in front of the spectator bleachers, which has the backdrop of McKillop Library behind it. McKillop Library, building completed in 1991, just as Salve Regina University transitioned from a college to a university. Named in honor of Sister Lucille McKillop, who was the president at the time. Moniz to midfield for Dubiosio. Dubiosio back to midfield for Picard. Smith has her pass intercepted by Amanda Simcoe. That'll be a Seahawk throw-in and a Seahawk substitutions.
Entering the match for Salve Regina, number 2, Aaron Harnish, and number 25, Mia Papiro.
Aaron Harnish and Mia Papiro in for the Seahawks, replacing Jenna Hutchins and Megan Moniz. First subs of the game for either side. Coming in the 13th minute. Georgia Drake will set up a goal kick. And then Madeline Kowecki will reset it right to the corner of the goal kick box. Her kick reaches the head of Olivia Picard, flicks it up ahead to Zoe Cox. And now Emily Feistemel for Nichols tries to make a play and advance. Now Maddie Clark with some space. It gets through the box. And Drake coming out to stop it before Naya Samboy can make a play. A sliding grab for Georgia Drake for the Seahawks. To midfield with her punt. It's met there by Amanda Simcoe. And Simcoe's numerical counterpart, Madeline Kowecki, sends it back. Kowecki again. Intercepted by Grace Kilman. Now Emily Smith with it. Over to Picard. Picard dribbling it up. Looks ahead for Mia Papiro. Doesn't get there. Out on the far side. Bison throw in. And that'll be our first foul on Nichols. As Boyven switches the field, Kowecki sends it over to Larry. Larry gets the right foot on it to Downs. Downs right-footed ahead. It's going to reach the top of the box. Shields to Tarabocchio. Tarabocchia. Leary lets it roll out for a Seahawk throw-in. Downs. Headed by Clark. Staying in the air. Dubiosio with it. It was a hand touch. A late whistle on that hand touch on Dubiosio. We're in the 15th minute here, scoreless, between the visiting Bison and the host Seahawks of Salve Regina. That kick by Grace Kilman goes wide. Seahawks yet to have a shot on the opposite net, which is patrolled by Addie Hughes, freshman from Hampton, Maine. Georgia Drake from Plymouth, Massachusetts is the goalkeeper for Salve Regina University. Out of play on the far side, it'll be a Bison throw-in. With the throw is Emma Norton. Molly Leary boxes it. That chip, Anna Downs will clear it. Finds Zoe Cox. Amanda Simcoe able to direct it to Carolyn Shields, who sends it in for Emily Feistemel. Now Downs trying to back it up. Leary. That deflects off of the Bison forward. It'll be a goal kick for Georgia Drake. She'll set it up at the left corner of the goal box. And then Madeline Kowecki will get the play started. In the air. Reaching the foot of Maddie Clark. Into the box. Harnish with her first touch. And knocked out by Amanda Simcoe. Harnish will leave the throw in for Anna Downs. And she'll come towards midfield as the head referee asks for the Nichols player to give some room. Dubiosio at the sideline. Back to the goal. She comes back to Emily Smith, but her kick sails out of play. It'll be a throw-in for Alyssa Tarabokia. Hannah Rossman will check in at the table as a substitute. Zoe Cox almost had a play to get inside. Out of play, a throw-in for the Bison on the far side. Deep in their defensive territory. Or is it offsides? It is offsides on Salve, their third offsides of the half. The kick towards midfield takes a hop over Picard. And now Feistamel, but Samboy is offsides for Nichols. Kowecki will set up that free kick outside of the box by about 10 yards. Her kick reaches past midfield. Sent back into the attack zone for Nichols. Naya Samboy knocked down. Gets the call. We are in the 20th minute now. Still scoreless between Salve Regina and Nichols. And that was a strong kick from Emma Norton. Reached Georgia Drake on a line drive. Kowecki touches it back to Drake. Her left foot puts it in the air and gets to midfield now. Anna Downs will take it outside. Looking upfield. She gets a step ahead of the Bison player. That's a high kick. Off the crossbar. That shot was by Maddie Clark. She's directed all of her shots on the Seahawk net. Seahawk substitution will be Rossman for Downs.
Entering the match for Salve Regina, number 6, Hannah Rossman.
And immediately down, Rossman able to stop an attack from Nichols. And Seahawks on the move. Mia Papero on the far side. She's ahead. Coming inside, and it will be a corner kick for Salve Regina. Thanks to the efforts of Mia Papero. And it'll be Olivia Picard setting up that corner kick. We are in the 22nd minute. It reaches the box. On a bounce, Harnish with the left foot. Down a goal. The follow-up by Picard goes wide. It was touched by the Bison, so it'll be a throw-in for Harnish. That clear to midfield. Kowecki touches it over to Boyven. Boyven back inside for Picard. She sends it outside for a cutting Papero, but Papero whistled for offside. Seahawks still without a shot on goal. That line drive from Emma Norton headed out of bounds. Seahawks will have a throw in just near midfield. Gabby Boyven with a throw. And now Haley Dubiozio to Zoe Cox. Seahawk throw in further upfield. Natalie Gray at midfield, ready to check in for the Bison. And whistle for offsides. Strong wind going in a southerly direction here at Reynolds Field. This is on the campus of Salve Regina University in Newport, Rhode Island. Cloudy and 68 degrees at the start of the game. That whistle is a foul, so it'll be a free kick for the Bison. Emma Norton will deliver the free kick. She has the wind at her back. In the air, on a line, and it bounces into Georgia Drake. That's going to reach the box, and Drake gets it right at the top. Drake with the left foot punt, clearing midfield from the top of her box. Maddie Clark sends it in. Larry will chase it and touch it to Drake. She'll control it and send it out wide for Hannah Rossman. Clark there to pick up the loose ball. Clark with the cross. Stopped by Koecki. Now Larry out to Rossman and out of play. It'll be a throw in for the Bison, but first we have substitutions.
Entering their match for Nichols, number 5, Natalie Gray. Entering the match for Salve Regina, number 18, Molly Breslin. And number 24, Emily Rio.
Substitution for both sides. I'll get them to you as soon as I enter them into the statistics program. For the Bison, it's Natalie Gray. And for the Seahawks, it's Molly Breslin and Emily Rio. 18 and 24 check in for the Seahawks. That's over the head of the Seahawks and over the end line. Samboy there looking to get a shot. Seahawks attacking into the wind, still have yet to produce a shot on goal. Nichols, on the other hand, has had at least a half dozen shots. Larry to Rossman to Koecki. Koecki surveys the fields, sends it over to Boyven. Boyven up to Rio, just into the game. She lets Papero send it ahead with a left foot to Molly Breslin, also just into the game. And now Natalie Gray touches it to Clark. Clark stutter steps, delivers a kick high over the net. That's her first shot that has missed the target. Larry will set up the goal kick for the Seahawks on the left corner. She has Rossman uncovered closest to her. Her kick reaches Emily Smith. Now Maddie Clark has her pass taken away by Rossman. And she boxes out Rossman for a throw-in that'll be delivered by Alyssa Tarabokia, freshman from Windham, New Hampshire. Harnish against Grace Kilman. Wins the battle this time and gets the throw. Hannah Rossman will deliver that throw from in front of her Seahawk teammates. Reaches Zoe Cox, midfield. Her chip into the corner. Mia Papero in a race. Papero with a shot. Kick save by Hughes. And then she collects the loose ball. Hughes had gone low. Reached out with her right foot to stop it. That's the first shot for the Seahawks. Mia Papero. Sun is starting to break through here at Reynolds Field. Temperatures will hang out around the low 70s. We got some good wind. Emily Smith at midfield backs it up to Molly Larry. Larry to Rossman. Back to Larry in the middle. Now Emily Smith in the middle backs it up to Madeline Koecki. Rachel Smarton ready to check in for Naya Samboy. Samboy is on the far side of the field. Mia Papero last touching it out of bounds. We'll have a sub for Nichols. 2 for 21.
Nichols substitution number 2, Rachel Smarton.
We are in the 32nd minute. Just under 14 minutes to play in the first half. Scoreless in a Commonwealth Coast Conference opener for Nichols and Salve Regina. The visiting Bison from Dudley, Massachusetts, coming to Newport, Rhode Island for the conference opener. Seahawks have played 7 games non-conference-wise on the season, 3 and 4 overall, while 5 non-conference games for the Bison, 2 and 1 on the season entering today. Kilman to Clark. Clark from the top. A stop by Georgia Drake, and then she is able to get herself up to collect the loose ball. No rebound attempt for Nichols. I imagine if the wind stays the same for the second half, it should improve Salve's chances. As Larry's ball kept in by Harnish. It had a lot of spin on it. And then Harnish sends it out in front of the Nichols bench. With the throw for the Bison is Alyssa Tarabukia. She reaches Clark, whose header is stopped by Emily Smith. Then Clark is able to send it downfield along the near sideline. Rossman with control crosses it to Emily Smith. Smith to Gabby Boyven. Boyven switches it but sails it out, trying to connect with Mia Papero. Mia's sister Megan is ready to check in for the Seahawks. We'll have a pair of Paperos in the game, eating papayas while reading paper. I worked on that yesterday, all day. Can't check in yet, only the one that was at the table. So Megan Papero checks in for Zoe Cox.
Entering the match for Salve Regina number 28, Megan Papero. Entering the match for Nichols.
The Bison have Kaylin Hatcher and Ariana Owen going into the game, and Shea Minicucci for the Seahawks.
Entering for Salve Regina number 15, Shea Minicucci.
Minicucci replacing Harnish. Coming up to the 10-minute mark here at Reynolds Field. Scoreless between the Seahawks and the Bison. Bison with 4 subs in the first half thus far. Salve Regina with 6. 7. That includes Erin Harnish going in and then coming out. Throw in for the Bison, Emma Norton. Reaching newcomer Kaylin Hatcher, sophomore from Waterford, Connecticut. Now Emily Rio touches to Megan Papero. To Molly Breslin in the midfield. She looks ahead. Mia Papero has had a lot of great streaks in from the right side. She does a quick throw in to Gabby Boyven. Going back. Boyven with her throw in now. Looks at Rio, but then checks on Molly Breslin. Bounces off of her. Now Hatcher. Moving upfield, taken away by Gabby Boyven. Kick inside, Breslin. Cleared away before she can reach it. That goes out of play at near midfield. Rio back to Emily Smith. She lifts the ball up into the box. Hughes comes up well out to retrieve the loose ball. She'll have a punt with the wind at her back. Let's see if she takes advantage of it. And she does. She puts it up in the air. Midfield, Leary touches it down. Drake coming out. She's able to get it right at the top of her box. Great camera work by Eilish O'Neill. Applying some zoom to get some close-ups. Drake with the left foot. Reaches Mia Papero on the far side. Now Megan Papero switches it to Shea Minakuchi. Minakuchi dribbling towards the center. Her kick is on target. And a couple of bounces for Hughes to pick it up. We'll have a pair of Paperos and a pair of Koekis in the contest as soon as Bridget Koecki is able to check in. Bridget and Madeline from Old Saybrook, Connecticut. Bridget, the freshman, and Madeline, the junior. Koecki set to check in for Emily Smith. Rio winning the battle against Clark. Now Mia Papero volleys it to Breslin, who heads it down to Megan Papero. Rachel Schmardon for the Bison. Battling against Emily Rio. Switches it to Maddie Clark, who pokes it to herself, escaping Shea Minakuchi. Clark still in control, sends it in before it's cleared out by Boyven. And a handball call as that ball had the unfortunate bounce up to Minakuchi. It'll be a free kick for Emma Norton, sophomore from Berlin, Connecticut. She has Minakuchi directly in front of her. Georgia Drake centered in her goal as the Bison set up a play. That kick is high and over.
Entering the match for Salve Regina, number 29, Bridget Koecki.
Koecki in for Smith. And we are reaching the 5-minute mark as Rio takes a spill. Minakuchi will touch it back to Madeline Koecki. Excuse me, that's Hannah Rossman, number 6. Now Madeline Koecki, number 8, has it. Over to Gabby Boyven. Bridget Koecki to Mia Papero, back to Bridget. A handball on Maddie Clark. Seahawks will have a free kick just shy of midfield. Bridget Kowecki. First kick stopped. Now backs it up to Boyven. Boyven's entry pass headed away. And now on the far side, Rachel Smarton gets past Boyven. Smarton with the dribble. That deflects off a Seahawk, and Drake with the pickup. Under 4 minutes in the first half, no score. Nichols has had the most chances with the wind at their backs. Drake's punt bounces and then headed out of play by Smarton. Seahawks with the throw in just at midfield. Boyven drops it at the feet of Molly Breslin. And now the Bison with the throw. It'll be Emma Norton. That works her way down the sideline. Another throw in for Nichols College. Under 3 minutes now. Last Saturday's game here at Reynolds Field, Salve and Keene State were scoreless after 45. And then Salve scored 3 times in the second half to finish with a 3-0 victory, as Emma Norton's shot stays on the ground the entire way before Georgia Drake can pick it up. Maddie Clark working and then crossing. Rossman to Minicucci. Minicucci pokes it away, and then up ahead into some space. Hughes coming well out of her goal. She's out of the box for the kick. Clears it successfully to Tarabokia. That kick stays in play down into the corner. Rossman will retrieve it. She's got some pressure, and then she knocks it off of Bison Ariana Owen, freshman from Little Compton, Rhode Island. Rossman with the throw. Sees Emily Rio creating an opening for her. Rio forces Clark to poke it out. Rossman with another throw to Shea Minicucci, to Rio. Rio to Papero. And we'll have a substitution for the Bison. It'll be Megan Butler. For Hatcher.
1 minute left in the half.
Well timed by public address announcer Matt Hurd on the 1 minute announcement.
The game for Nichols is number 19, Megan Butler.
Butler for Hatcher on the last substitution just before the 1 minute mark. Now Boyven up ahead to Breslin. Breslin able to free it to Minicucci. And then well taken away by Tarabokia. Now Rossman trying to keep the Seahawks on the attack, as we are now with 15 seconds remaining.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And that's the end of the first half here at Reynolds Field. No score between Nichols College, the visiting Bison, and Salve Regina University, the home team Seahawks. We'll take a break here from Reynolds Field. We'll give Eilish O'Neill a nice break as well. she got to join her team down on the sidelines.
Hi, my name is Jane Walsh, and I'm the head women's soccer coach at Salve Regina University. We are an NCAA Division III institution competing in the Commonwealth Coast Conference. Since 2015, we've maintained significant status within the CCC, earning postseason berths each season, as well as having many student athletes receive all conference accolades such as Rookie of the Year and Offensive Player of the Year. By creating relationships with my student athletes based on who we are as people over who we are as players and coaches, I believe that we create a deeper sense of trust that's essential for growth. As a team, we commit ourselves 365, meaning there's always something that you can be doing to be preparing for your craft. So sometimes that's heavy in-season training, heavy out-of-season training in the weight room, conditioning, so on and so forth. And sometimes that means just purely rest. But it's important to know that when you commit yourself to the program, we do prioritize family, academics, and soccer. And then anything else you want to do after that, as long as you're keeping yourself healthy and safe, is totally up to you, and we're in support of that. A good way to get in touch is to simply reach out by email, introduce yourself, give me your year of graduation, or if you're a current student here at Salve. Highlight film is certainly important, and then any playing or practice schedules that you might have are really helpful as well. Just kind of give me a snapshot of who you are, what you do, academically in and out of the soccer field, and from there we'll just kind of create a relationship and move forward. It is important that I get to see you play in person. That's kind of essential in determining your fit with the program, but as I said before, I really like to get to know who you are as a person first. Thank you again for your interest in Salve Regina University women's soccer. Have a great day.
Welcome back to Reynolds Field in Newport, Rhode Island. Second half action underway between Nichols College and Salve Regina University. Gabby Boyven touches it out of bounds. Scoreless here through the first 45. The wind has settled down from a strong southerly direction in the first half. Now Maddie Clark looking to get to the top of the box. That's chipped in by Amanda Simcoe. Haley Dubioso to Emily Smith. To Boyven. She leaves it for Mia Papero. It's out of bounds. Bison with the throw-in. Eilish O'Neill back on the camera operation for the streaming broadcast. Thanks for joining us here this afternoon. Coming to you on the Salve Regina Athletics Network. Other Commonwealth Coast Conference women's soccer games underway. Western New England hosting the University of New England in Springfield, Massachusetts. Second half underway. Nor'easters with a 1-0 lead over the Golden Bears. Suffolk University is hosting Gordon College. They're also in the second half. A 1-0 score for the Fighting Scots over the Rams. And early in the first half at Endicott, Curry, Colonels, and the Gulls are scoreless. Later on this afternoon at Wentworth, the Leopards will be hosting a non-league game with Eastern Nazarene. A cross from Grace Kilman goes high over the back of the Seahawk goal. Boyven with a throw-in, right at midfield in front of the scorer's table. Out of bounds. Emma Norton now with a throw. Madeline Kowecki lifts it in the air. Last touched by Amanda Simcoe. Boyven with a throw. Looks to Megan Papero. She turns. Gets it to Dubioso. Now up ahead to Megan Papero. Megan crossing. Stopped by Hatcher. But Moniz able to poke it out to Shea Minicucci. Her kick stopped. Second chance. Minicucci with the left foot. And it rolls in! Dubioso finishes it! Goal! Salve Regina! But offsides is the call. Tough break for the Seahawks there. The offside flag was up. So Minicucci had the second chance at it. Seahawks whistles for offsides. Still mostly cloudy here at Reynolds Field. Sun was breaking through at halftime during the intermission. That gets into the box. Smith and Larry combine to clear. Now Picard up ahead to Mia Pipero. Mia Pipero centers it for Dubiozio. She races onto it. She's got the kick, and it's goal! Haley Dubiozio for Mia Pipero. Seahawks take the 1-0 lead. A great finish for Dubiozio up ahead from Mia Papero, and Salve Regina
Salve Regina goal scored by
gets on the board first.
Dubiozio, assisted by number 25, Mia Papero.
I believe that's just the second shot on goal for the Seahawks all day. They had an early opportunity this half, denied with an offsides call. For Dubiozio, that's her first score of the season. She's played in her fourth game. Today was her first start of the season. And that goal coming in the 50th minute, 51st minute. At 50-23. One nothing the score on Haley Dubiozio's first goal of 2021. The junior from North Salem, New York, giving Seahawks the lead early here in the second half of play. The wind had somewhat slowed down during intermission. It's picking back up. Samboy with the lead into the attack. Both Rossman with a header. Now Mia Pipero cuts in. Left foot with the lead pass to her sister Megan. It reaches the end line for a goal kick for the visitors. Let's give you a replay look at a nice goal by the Seahawks. Scored by Haley Dubiozio. It's Pipero up ahead to Dubiozio. And the score as Hughes come out of her goal but couldn't stop the shot. Zoe Cox checking in for the Seahawks. She's at the scorer's table. Meets with Matt Hurd, the official timekeeper. Boyven has it taken away by Samboy. Samboy on the left sideline abruptly stops, settles it, looking to cross, and that's poked away by Emily Smith. She resets it over to Megan Moniz. Moniz at midfield, looking for Dubiosio. Now Moniz with the entry. Out of play. We have a substitution for Salve Regina, Zoe Cox.
Entering the match for Salve Regina, number 21, Zoe Cox.
She checks in for Megan Moniz. Moniz started this game, both halves. As Addie Hughes's goal kick into the wind, stopped by Olivia Picard, and Hughes comes out for a diving grab before Mia Pipero can do anything with it. Hughes' punt to Samboy. Samboy near the top of the box. Her right foot delivers a high kick over the crossbar. And we'll have substitutions for both sides.
Entering the match for Nichols, number 5, Natalie Gray. And entering the match for Salve Regina, number 24, Emily Rio.
Natalie Gray for the visitors and Emily Rio for the Seahawks. Both entering the game. It's 5 for 21 on the Bison side and 21 for 5 on the Seahawks side. It'll be a foul. Mia Pipero crossing into the box. Quick touch by Emily Rio, just checking into the game for Salve Regina. And it's a save by Addie Hughes. That kick will be a goal kick. We'll have substitutions.
Entering the match for Nichols, number 3, Kaylin Hatcher. And entering the match for Salve Regina, number 10, Anna Downs. Entering the match for Salve Regina, number 2, Erin Harnish.
Seahawks commit the foul in Bison territory. Emma Norton with the free kick for Nichols College. Cleared by Rossman. Popped up by Simcoe. Norton again as Emily Rio makes the tackle and has her jersey pulled. Clear foul on the Bison. Just under 28 minutes remaining in the second half. Seahawks scoring their goal, and now Dubiozio looking to add. Handball on Salve Regina. Natalie Gray able to control it. Back to Condon. Now Clark loses it to Emily Smith, but Shields able to recover it for the Bison. Now out of bounds. Throw in for Zoe Cox on the far side. Rio crossing to Dubiozio. I keep adding that EO in for Haley, and it's not there. So take the EO away. Now Dubioso with a long kick, wide right.
Watch the gap between you and Emma. It's getting too big. Okay? Call Nat to come help out if you want help, but don't get stretched.
Goal kick for Hughes. Set up on our left corner. A two-step approach. Sends it to Boyven. Boyven back in. That goes off of Norton into the box. But Shields has some time to clear. Anna Downs intercepts that. Shields pass. That's Madeline Kowecki. Up to Picard. Over to Harnish. Harnish with the cross and the shot. High and wide. Seahawks with a win at the back, certainly controlling the flow of play here in the second half, as Nichols did in the first half, enjoying that wind condition, blowing in a southerly direction. Hughes in her fluorescent green uniform delivers the kick out to Anna Downs. We'll get the foul call after Downs had gone down. At first there was no call because no advantage gained or lost for the Seahawks, but once possession looked to be going the other way, the head referee said, I'm going to call that foul. Now Dubioso trying to get it to Boyven, as Breslin ready to check in for the Seahawks.
Entering the match for Salve Regina number 18, Molly Breslin.
Breslin in for Dubioso. Boyven knocks that off of Gray, and Boyven will do the throw in. Rio running on as a target, and Rio gets whistled for the foul. She absorbed most of the impact on that play, but draws the foul nonetheless. Norton now with the free kick, as Ariana Owen waits to check in for Nichols College. Freshman from Little Compton, Rhode Island. It's not that far nautical miles-wise, but you have to go around Route 24 to get down to Little Compton from Newport. Seahawks with the throw-in. Gordon College now with a 2-0 lead at Suffolk, facing the Rams for the first time as CCC members. That entry in from Megan Roy, senior from Thompson, Connecticut, stopped by Georgia Drake. Drake with the win under back easily clears midfield at the foot of Alyssa Tarabokia. Following this game here at Reynolds Field, we'll be bringing you more soccer action from Topa Field as the Seahawks and Bison meet in men's soccer. Commonwealth Coast Conference matchup. Boyven to Madeline Kowecki. Kowecki has it carom off of Simcoe to Rio. Gray back to Norton. And Condon trying to connect with Tarabokia. Now Gray. Gets by Boyven, but stopped by Kowecki. It'll be a throw-in, and before that, substitution for Nichols.
Entering the match for Nichols, number 15, Ariana Owen.
Owen checking in for Megan Roy. Norton with the throw for Nichols College. Bounces it to Kilman. Norton with the long cross. And Ariana Owen had first crack at it, and she'll set up a corner kick for Nichols College. Norton will deliver the corner kick from the far corner near the United States flag. Norton's ground ball into the box. Quick kick for Hatcher, but it's stopped by Emily Smith. Popped into the box again by Tarabokia. At the top, Gray and Kilman were there, but it's poked away by the Seahawks. Now up ahead on the far sideline, Boyven to Breslin. Correction, that's Cox to Breslin. Boyven's on the near sideline here. Now Maddie Cox. Long kick from outside the box. It goes wide.
Entering the match for Nichols, number 21, Anaya Samboy.
Naya Samboy returns into the contest, replacing Natalie Gray. Molly Larry ready to check back in for Salve Regina. Under 18 and a half minutes remaining in half number 2. Another throw in for Nichols College. Emma Norton will do the throw. And this will be a Seahawk throw in from deep corner.
Entering the match
As
Salve Regina, number 19.
Picard
Leary
and
number
Boyven are
22,
checking out
Kat Hunter.
for Molly Leary and Kat Hunter. Hunter getting her first action of the afternoon.
Hey, remember what we said? It's long.
She had a nice assist last Saturday. A long free kick that was headed in by Megan McLaughlin.
Kat, stretch us. Kat, stretch us.
Now we are under 17 minutes remaining as Hunter immediately makes an impact. Delivers a cross that intercepted by Addie Hughes. As Zoe Cox was coming on to make a play. Zoe Cox from the left side. Sun now breaking through here at Reynolds Field. Warming up a little bit as well. Wind dying down a little bit. At midfield is a handball. Foul on Salve Regina. Setting up the free kick is Emma Norton, a sophomore from Berlin, Connecticut. Delivers a high line drive headed out by Anna Downs. Now Zoe Cox knocks it off a Bison player for a throw-in. Anna Downs races to it. She kicks it ahead. Chasing the ball against Emma Norton. Downs will take the throw-in. Delivers it to Cox. Cox with the kick. Cross. And now Emily Rio with the line drive off the left foot. Sails high.
Entering the match for Nichols, number 4, Megan Roy.
Megan Roy checks in for Grace Kilman after that shot by Rio.
Gotta win it. Gotta win it.
Cat Hunter heads it into the box.
Emma, get inside.
Molly Breslin trying to keep it there. Now Rio looking to reset it for Hannah Rossman. Rossman with the cross it to the top of the box, headed out by Tarabokia. Anna Downs on the ground. Intercepted by Simcoe. And immediately Megan Roy making a play downfield. 1-0 the score, under 14 and a half minutes remaining in the second half. Seahawks scoring the goal on a Haley Dubioso kick off a feed from Mia Papero. That was in the 51st minute. Georgia Drake's punt crosses midfield but goes out of bounds. Throw in for the Bison. Now moving up past midfield. Mia Papero getting set to check back in for Salve Regina, along with Haley Dubioso. The scoring tandem for Salve Regina got a rest and now back in. Erin Harnish working around a Bison player, Maddie Clark. And Zoe Cox in a race. Cat Hunter able to check it in, head it out, and then a nice head by Molly Breslin looking for Erin Harnish. Cox with the work. Anna Downs comes in to help. She knocks it in and over the end line.
Entering the match for Salve Regina, number 16, Haley Dubioso, and number 25, Mia Papiro.
Substitutions for the Seahawks, Mia Papiro and Haley Dubioso. The scoring tandem for the Seahawks 1-0 lead. That's a high punt, held up by the wind. Emily Smith making a first touch on it. Now Anna Downs, her left foot keeps it in play for Zoe Cox. She does a give and go with Cat Hunter. Back to Hunter from Dubioso, and her shot goes wide right, wide left. Shot for Cat Hunter.
Entering the match for Nichols College, number 16, Emily Feisthamel.
Feisthamel back in for the Bison, replacing Hatcher. Goal kick for Addie Hughes. A quick two-step into it. A stop by Mia Papero. Foul on Papero. Sets up a free kick for Emma Norton. Line drive stopped by Papero. Hunter gets to it first, but can't keep it in play. So it'll be a Bison throw in. And that kick off of Feisthamel by Madeline Kowecki gives Hannah Rossman the throw in. Kilman ready to check back in for Nichols College, as Maddie Clark has lots of room to work and turns. Going towards the right. Emily Smith in pursuit. Now switching left. The kick stays low, as does Georgia Drake, stopping the shot from Megan Roy. Nine and a half minutes remaining now in second half action from Reynolds Field. Salve Regina with a 1-0 lead, scoring in the 51st minute. Emily Rio with the takeaway, but knocking it out of bounds. Up. Before that call, there'll be a foul on the Bison. Rossman with the free kick, just shy of midfield. Sends it into the middle. Met there first by Simcoe. Now Dubioso looking for the turn. That's up ahead to Condon. Samboy to Roy. And Roy's kick goes off a Seahawk, so it'll be a substitution. Kilman entering for Owen.
Entering the match for the Bison, number 22, Grace Kilman.
Out of bounds. Bison throw in. That kick is loose in front of the Seahawk net. Georgia Drake picks it up. Her left-footed punt, a line drive that Kat Hunter volleys with her right foot. It gets further downfield. Bison looking to clear, and they'll have a throw. Seahawks lead here, 1-0 over the Bison. Nor'easters still lead 1-0 over the Golden Bears in Springfield. Now Mia Papero gets to the end line, but her cross goes over the end line. It'll be a goal kick for Nichols College. Gordon College with a 2-0 lead over Suffolk University. And in first half action, nearing the end of the first half, Endicott College with a 1-0 lead against Curry, all in women's soccer action at other venues. The only other men's soccer game going on right now is up the road in Bristol, Rhode Island. In the second half, late in the second half, it's a 3-3 score between Wentworth and Roger Williams. In field hockey action, we have a final. Tufts University defeated Endicott College. Tufts, the number 3 team in the nation. And University of New England defeating Salve Regina 5-1. The Seahawks fall to 5-1 on the season and 0-1 in the Commonwealth Coast Conference. 3-3 overall for the Nor'easters, and they are 1-0 in the CCC. UNE came into today's contest, the first CCC contest of the season, having played 4 straight games against top 20 teams, including number 1 Middlebury. Nor'easters had a victory on the road against number 20 MIT. That's a foul on Nichols. Also a final in field hockey. Nichols was hosting Gordon College, but the Bison fell 2-0. Anna Downs, Zoe Cox looking at a chance as she suffocated that ball on the inbounds pass. Cox volleys it in, but Emma Norton heads it out. Now in a downs with the cross that's cleared by Condon. Kowecki missing Rossman on the pass. And Roy able to turn up field on the near sideline. Leaves it for Kilman. Kilman gets it back to Roy. Her cross intercepted. May be a free kick. So it did go out of bounds, but it looks like a free kick on the foul. Again, officials wait for the advantage or disadvantage after a play like that. And since it resulted in an out-of-bounds play, they'll set up a free kick. Emma Norton will take it. Seahawk mini wall by Mia Papero and Kat Hunter. That long kick in, but offside is the call as Drake makes the stop. So that free kick from Molly Leary, volleyed in the air by Kilman, out of bounds off the Bison. Rossman with the throw. She finds Hunter. Hunter with Simcoe on her back. Loses it to Norton. Norton's pass redirected by Emily Smith. Now Zoe Cox up ahead to Dubioso. But at the top of the box, Addie Hughes is there. Into a wind. Hughes delivers the punt. Headed by Hunter. And then volleyed in the air by Simcoe. A knockdown foul against Salve Regina. Under 3 minutes remaining, second half action. Seahawks with a 1-0 lead. The goal coming in the 51st minute. Just 6 minutes into the second half. Downs with the header off that free kick from Norton. The cross goes out of play for a throw-in just at the corner flag. Just to the right of that flag, so it's a throw-in and not a corner kick. Norton with the ball above her head, makes a throw. Now the cross, and the kick deflected. Samboy deflects it off Kowecki for the corner kick. So it'll be a corner kick for the Bison. Norton sets it up, delivers a line drive, top of the box. The volley by Tarabokia goes high. Clock does stop under 2 minutes. Nice clear by the Seahawks.
One minute left in the half.
Announcement from public address announcer Matt Hurd. 1 minute remaining. That kick from Samboy sails high. Molly Leary with the goal kick. Under 30 seconds remaining. Rio first to touch, puts it up in the air. Simcoe heads it back. Now Rio on the ground to Hunter. Hunter Backs it up to Leary. Leary crossing to Kowecki. Kowecki up ahead. Midfield, it's met there by Condon.
8,
Dribbling in.
6, 5, 4,
And a stop by the Seahawks.
2.
And they are going to finish victorious here on the opening day of CCC play. Salve Regina with a 1-0 victory
Final score of
over
today's match,
Nichols College.
Salve Regina University
Big thanks to
1,
Eilish O'Neill for her camera work. Well
Thank you
done.
for attending today's Salve Regina women's soccer match. Please pick up all the trash and dispose of it properly before exiting. Take care and please walk, bike, or scoot home safely.
Seahawks finishing with a 1-0 victory here at Reynolds Field, defeating Nichols College after a scoreless first half. Mia Pepero was able to get a pass ahead to Haley Dubioso, and Dubioso finished with her first goal of the season. 1-0 the final. Again, thanks to Eilish O'Neill, her great camera work. We'll replay that game-winning goal scored by Dubioso on the feed from Mia Pepero, getting it by Addie Hughes. Seahawks celebrate a victory here at Reynolds Field. Final score 1-0. Salve Regina improves to 4-4 on the season, 1-0 in the Commonwealth Coast Conference. Nichols College drops to 2-3-1 overall and 0-1 in the CCC. We'll have some action coming up ahead at 3 o'clock with a start at Topa Field for Salve Regina men's soccer. Stay with us then, folks. Good to have you here.